Two incomes, double the money, but somehow you're broker than ever. Tom here made $45,000. His wife made $52,000. Together, $97,000 a year. Yet they had less money than when Tom earned $50,000 alone 5 years ago. This is the dual income trap, and if you're watching this, you're probably already caught in it. 5 years ago, Tom lived in a two-bedroom apartment. Rent was $1,200. He drove a used Honda, no fancy dinners, but he saved $800 every month. Life was simple. Then he met Sarah. They fell in love, got married, and suddenly, boom, two incomes. Everyone told them they were set. Double the income means double the savings, right? Financial freedom was just around the corner, or so they thought. Here's where the trap springs. With two incomes, Tom and Sarah qualified for a bigger mortgage. $1,200 rent became a $2,800 mortgage. Makes sense, right? They could afford it. But wait, there's more. One car became two cars. Sarah needed reliable transportation for work. Tom's old Honda wouldn't cut it anymore. Two car payments, two insurance bills, two sets of maintenance costs. Then came the furniture. The new house needed new furniture. Can't have that old stuff in a $450,000 home. $8,000 on the living room. $5,000 on the bedroom. It's an investment in their life together, they said. If this sounds familiar, hit that subscribe button. We're about to show you the exact numbers that trap millions of families and, more importantly, how to escape. But the real trap wasn't the obvious expenses. It was the invisible ones. With both working, who has time to cook? Meal prep became takeout. $15 here, $30 there, coffee on the way to work, lunch at the office. Too tired to cook dinner. $700 a month on food they used to make at home. That's $8,400 a year. Tom needed professional clothes now. The office had standards. $1,200 on suits. $400 on shoes. Sarah's work wardrobe cost even more. Professional appearance isn't cheap. Then came the biggest shock. When their daughter Emma was born, daycare cost $1,400 monthly. That's $16,800 a year. Tom did the math. Sarah's after-tax income was around $40,000. Daycare alone took 42% of her paycheck. Here's what nobody warned Tom about: tax brackets. When Tom earned $50,000 alone, his effective tax rate was around 12%. But $97,000 combined, they jumped to the 22% bracket. That second income got taxed harder. Sarah's entire salary faced higher rates because it stacked on top of Tom's. They weren't making twice as much after taxes, not even close. Sarah's $52,000 looked like this: $11,000 to federal taxes, $3,000 to state, $3,200 to Social Security and Medicare, $16,800 to daycare, $3,000 to commuting, clothes, and lunches. She took home $15,000. That's $1,250 a month for full-time work. $1,250 a month. For 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year. That's $7.20 an hour, less than minimum wage in most states. 3 years passed. Tom got a raise. Sarah got a raise. They were making $112,000 now. Surely this is where they'd get ahead. But the expenses grew too. The mortgage stayed the same, but everything else expanded. They deserved nice things, right? They worked hard, premium streaming packages, gym memberships they barely used. The kid needed activities. Soccer, piano, tutoring. Tom checked their savings account one night. After 3 years of dual income, of both working 50-hour weeks, of sacrificing time with Emma, want to guess how much they'd saved? $2,400 in 3 years. Less than they'd saved in 4 months when Tom was single. They were trapped. Both had to work now. The mortgage demanded it. The car payments demanded it. They'd built a life that required 2 incomes, and now they couldn't go back. Tom barely saw Emma, up at 6. Commute 90 minutes total, work 9 hours, home by 7, Emma in bed by 8. 1 hour together and he was too exhausted to enjoy it. Drop a comment if you felt this. You're working more, earning more, but somehow have less time and less money. You're not alone, and there's a way out. Tom finally met with a financial planner. She showed him something shocking, a comparison chart. 2021 single income, Tom earned $50,000, took home $41,000, spent $33,000, saved $8,000, had $9,600 in savings after 1 year, plus $2,000 in a retirement account. 2026, dual income, combined $112,000. Took home $82,000, spent $79,000, saved $3,000. Total savings after 3 years, $2,400. Retirement barely touched. The second income created more expenses than it added. They weren't living on $112,000. They were trapped by it. The dual income trap works like this. Second income qualifies you for more debt. That debt requires both incomes to service. Those incomes create new expenses, and suddenly you're on a hamster wheel spinning faster but going nowhere. Tom and Sarah made changes. Not easy ones, but necessary ones. Sarah negotiated remote work 3 days a week. Daycare dropped to $800. She started meal prepping on Sundays. Food costs dropped by $400 monthly. They refinanced to a 15-year mortgage, same payment but building equity faster. Sold one car. Tom took the train. One car payment gone. One insurance bill gone. They cut subscriptions they didn't use. Small changes, but they added up. 6 months later, they'd saved $3,500, more than the previous 3 years combined. They had family dinners again. Tom coached Emma's soccer team. They were earning slightly less on paper, but living significantly better in reality. The dual income trap is real, but it's not permanent. If you found value in this, subscribe and hit that bell. We're exposing financial traps that keep people broke despite working harder than ever. Your time and money are connected. Don't sacrifice both for a lifestyle you can't actually afford. Remember, it's not about how much you make. It's about how much you keep and how much life you get to live. See you in the next one.